testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 700 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular broadcast, beercast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and nipplecast. Pinch them if you got them. In's around because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Welcome Quadcast, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and listening on the podcast, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcast. Welcome to the Gain Train. Welcome to Pimptown. Welcome to Gainesville, to Boston, Mass, to where we all make sick fucking gains every damn day of the week. Welcome, YouTube. Make sure you drop a comment, say what up. Those of you that are following on every single platform, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you say hello, say what's up. Instagram's going live. Facebook is live. Everyone's coming in the door. What's going on, team? How we doing? Dog, you here on time? You're always here, man. You're always here. Always looking pretty. Always looking pretty. So thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. So the big day, guys, ladies, 700. I'm opening this up. Today's title episode, Gains Every Day. And that's literally it. Gains every day. And I wanted to bring it back kind of to what we were talking about yesterday with the counting gains. Episode 1 was titled Counting Gains. Every single day I count, right? Every single day I count. Every single day I'm fucking counting. Every single day we're ticking up, right? It's episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 412, 416, 17, 18, 619, 20, 21. Every single episode we're counting. Ironically enough, the first episode ever was called Counting Gains, which was throwing counting out the window. It was literally ejecting and just throwing it in the trash because a lot of you are counting. Now, I want to reiterate that counting is not the most important thing. It's good to have an idea, but counting your reps and sets can also be a huge problem and give you limitations. Now, with the Daily Swole, counting also gives us perspective. It gives us consistency. It gives us, I guess, a vantage point perspective, essentially, from where we're coming from and where we've been and where we're going. So it's important to have like that time. It's important to have that time distinction to look back and realize that you have come from somewhere. Like you started at 0, you started at the bottom, you started low, you started over here. And now we're over here with time. But what happens from episode 1 to 700, what happens from your first workout to the workout you're doing now, everything in between is what determines your results, right? What are you doing every day? What are you doing on the details? What are you doing every single day in the gym? What's your execution? What's your output? What are you actually accomplishing every day? What are your daily wins that are going to lead to your long-term successes? So what are you really trying to accomplish? One thing I did not accomplish today was taming the beard. I decided to not do a damn thing here. So it's everywhere. But what are you calculating, right? What are you measuring? What do you do personally to determine your progress? What do you do every day that you quantify or that you figure and you find that qualifies as progress? How do you monitor your progress? How do you determine what your success is? How do you determine what is moving you forward? How do you determine, or how do you visualize your progress? How are you quantifying your steps forward in this world or with your fitness? So I want to open up the floor to some questions. Could be anything, any kind of questions, fitness related. And I think there's a lot more to it than just counting repetitions. I think there's more to it than counting sets. I think there's more to it than just counting how many pounds you've lost, how many pounds you've gained, and everything in between. You know, I'm sweating my fucking ass off because I have to turn the air off and everything because it makes so much damn noise. I can't get good audio. So I'm sweating in here. It's like a fucking, I feel like it's a freaking, I'm in the Philippines here in a sweatshop. But what are you doing to measure your progress? What are you doing to give yourself validation? What are you doing to encourage your moving forward? And I had some great conversations with some new members of the Swolenormous X family. Those of you that have hooked into swolenormousx.com. And I'm still getting questions about motivation. What motivates me? What inspires me to keep on going? What inspires me to do 700 episodes? What inspires me to do daily work? What inspires me to do a daily show? Where do I get all the content from? Where do I get the passion? Where do I get the discipline? Where do I get that type of consistency? And my answer is always separating your emotion from the action. Separating your emotion from the action. So first off, you need to know where you want to go. Then you have to work backwards, but then you have to separate your emotion from the actions. You have to separate feeling and wanting to do things from the action of doing them, because you can't feel like doing everything every day. Even if you love something, even if you're passionate about fitness, you're not going to feel like going to the gym every day. Yeah. Even if you love art, doesn't mean you want to paint every day. I mean, there's that famous shit with like writer's block. You might love writing, but you might not have an idea, or you might not be generating a lot of creative content at one period. Doesn't mean you hate writing. It just means that you're not inspired or you're not creative at that moment. But when it comes to lifting and when it comes to training, when it comes to getting results, it's independent of the want. It's independent of your desire to do it. Because bottom line, if you're not doing something every day, and the reason why you want to be doing something every day, the reason why you want to be working every day, the reason why you need to be training pretty much every day, whether it's yoga and active recovery or meditation or actual physical resistance training or any kind of training that you're doing, depending on your goal, that is what is essential. It's understanding what you want to get out of it and then doing it every day, because your body needs that exposure. Your body needs exposure for adaptation. And if you don't have that exposure constantly, your body has no reason to adapt. And that's why most people don't get results, or that's the reason why a lot of people that train don't get results, because they're not consistent enough. You think you're more consistent than you are. And your results and your output and like the way you look or your body response is going to determine pretty much your consistency. It's going to show and reflect your consistency. It's going to reflect how consistent you are. It's going to reflect your dedication, your discipline. You don't gain muscle by training once a week. You don't gain muscle by training 3 times a week, a little bit, but to the extent that a lot of you are thinking of, or if you want to look somewhat like me, or you want to build muscle similar to me, then it's going to take a lot of exposure and a lot of forcing your body into an adaptive response to gain that kind of muscle. So the purpose with this title of this episode being gains every day reflects back to the first episode, counting gains, but also really relates to what you have to do every day. Like you need to be counting every day. In other words, every day counts. One day off is not going to ruin your results, but it's the constant output. It's the constant dedication, the discipline. It's the constant you putting effort on the table. You got to put the food on the table. Otherwise, your body can't eat it, right? You got to throw down. If you don't go to the gym, your body is not going to be in an environment where it needs to adapt and build muscle. You have to do that. You have to subject your body to that shit. And if you're not doing it, then you're not going to get it. And that's one of the biggest problems. That's one of the biggest dichotomies from getting results or not getting results is, are you putting your body in an environment where it's going to have to react and adapt and adjust and build muscle? Are you putting your body in an environment where it's going to have to adapt, adjust, and lose fat? These are the things you have to think about. You have to put your body into that situation consistently. I don't care how good the program or the diet, you have to do it every day in order to get those results. You have to do it overly consistent, more consistent than you realize. And whenever you think you're consistent enough, you have to be even more consistent. And that's the big thing. That's the big thing. That's the change. That's the changeover. That's the mental shift. What's going on, Nicholas? On Twitch? What up, man? Just talking about discipline and consistency. So, what I have always told you, and what I have told a lot of you today on our private one-on-one calls and everything, and Nicholas, we talked today as well. I want to know, and I want to open up the floor. What is your reason? What keeps you consistent? What keeps you consistent? What keeps you on that fitness tip, right? What is it that keeps you regular? What is it that keeps you on point? What is it that keeps you on the daily? Gains every day, counting gains. It's not that every single day should be focused on and stressed over, but every single day matters in the whole. In the totality of everything, every day matters, because what are you building with? You're building with bricks every single day. Every single day is a brick. And I'm sure we'd all agree that the strength and the integrity of a brick wall is going to depend on all those bricks working together and all those bricks being solid. You don't want one brick at the bottom being a piece of shit or being rotted or chipped in half or, hollow. So each of your days needs to be reflective of that type of consistency and reflective of that type of output and that type of importance. You have to put importance on every day. Doesn't mean you're going to have a successful day every day, but you have to really weight. You have to weight it. You have to give it importance. You have to give it value. Oscar on Facebook, I was losing weight in a very fast manner, but I plateaued. What do you suggest to get out of the plateau? Be consistent and keep going. If you're losing weight very fast, it probably means that you're losing more water than you realize and you're plateaued just because you're at a normal loss pattern right now. I don't know what you mean by plateau. If you mean you're only losing a pound a week, then you're still losing weight fast. It's only logical to lose about a pound of fat every 1 to 2 pounds per week, maybe. So even half a pound a week in fat is excellent. Everyone wants things too quickly. Tyler Hebert, I'm in less pain when I started. I have a better attitude and my body is closer to my vision of success. As long as I'm making progress, I'm happy. Learning new stuff keeps things fun. So that's why I'm here. Hell yeah, Tyler. Mark Webster, what should I eat with a very high metabolism? The same foods that you should be eating from like an elimination diet, for example, but a lot more of them. Your metabolism is not as fast as you probably think. You're just not eating enough food. James Wallstrom on Facebook, the body is dumb and slow to fully adapt, which is why you need to be consistent for full adaptation. Absolutely. Let's take some more questions. Go on Instagram. Hope seeing the gains and being able to play with my 3 boys more and more without running out of energy. That's awesome. I feel like I've been going hard, especially with chest. Why am I not getting the growth I want and yearn for? I don't know. Maybe you're not doing it right. You're not doing something right. Not doing something right. You might not be training as hard. You feel like that's the thing. You feel, right? You feel like you've been going hard. Well, maybe that's not the reality. Just because you feel like you're training hard, maybe you're not training hard enough. Maybe you're not eating enough. I couldn't tell you just from that question. That's kind of like, guess what I'm doing wrong? I don't know. You just say you're not seeing gains. There's 1,000 reasons why you might not be seeing results. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Maybe you're not hydrating enough. Maybe you're not lifting anywhere near as hard as you think you are. Let's see. Honestly, I do not measure my gains. It's just too limiting for me. I like that on YouTube. I count my reps to measure my progress. I always try to make it to failure. The gym is my job and the results are my paycheck. I always count the days I work. I like it. Nicholas on Twitch, just the thought of a healthy lifestyle, the way it makes me feel, and the benefits of eating healthy and exercising keep me going. It's almost a responsibility and a justice to yourself to be fit and healthy. That's really what it's all about. It's you respecting your body. It's you respecting your body. It's you giving your body the respect that it deserves to carry you through this life safely. Your body is your car. Your body is literally your car for life. You'll buy a car to move your body, but your body, your physical body moves you. It's all you have. Like it moves you. If you can't move, then what are you? You're just a blob. You have to, you do the best you can. Of course, you might be in a wheelchair and there's other extraneous circumstances, but those of you that have arms and legs and are fully capable of moving aren't moving enough. The Invincible, I want the strength to save lives. By the end of this year, I want to be a firefighter. That keeps me going. Good. That's a great reason. That's a great reason. Good. I want people that are coming to save my life. If there's a fire here, I want them to be in shape. You got to be. Video is broken. Looks good on all the other platforms. You're the only one. Try restarting, Mark. Oliver, I don't think people realize how much of a pound of fat really is. A pound of fat is approximately 3,500 calories. 3,500. So losing 75 or losing 2 pounds of fat is about 7,000 calories in a week. 7,000 calories differential of just fat alone. I'm not talking about losing water. I'm not talking about, so you're under eating maybe 500 to 1,000 calories a day, potentially, plus trying to exercise, go through your life. It's a lot. A pound of fat is a lot. It's a lot. Doesn't have a lot of mass. It's not super dense. It's a lot of volume. A pound of fat is a lot. So I want to know if you're in a plateau and you're having trouble losing weight, I want to know what you think a plateau is. I want to know what you think a plateau is because I think it's important. I think it's important to know what a plateau is. I think if you haven't yet gone back and watched my other episodes with realistic weight loss or realistic weight gain or muscle gain, it's the realistic that a lot of people are losing. It's the realism. It's that actual what can you actually do? Knowledge that's missing. Everything's fast. Amazon delivers. I don't even have to walk down to my fucking mailbox half the time. I open my door and it's there. The shit's just there, like in a day, day and a half, like clockwork. So we barely have to, we're going to have like drones and machines wiping our asses. We're not going to have to do half the shit that we do today in 5 or 10 years. Like we're not going to have to do it. Cars are going to be all automatic. Uber is going to be automatic. It's going to be automatic cars everywhere, automatic electric, human powered cars. I mean, not non-human powered cars, is what I mean. Things are going to be automated. Things are going to be automated. The only things that aren't going to be automated as much is like your physical activity. You're still going to have to do things. We're going to get less and less healthy because we're going to have to move less and less. Either that or technology is going to help us save a lot more time. So we'll be able to exercise. But chances are, knowing humans, we'll become more efficient with technology and then add more things to our plate and we'll be more busy than ever. We'll be doing 7 things at once. We'll get automated things that can help us do more things at one time, which is fine. But that's why technology progresses and progresses exponentially because we invent things that help us move faster. Point being, what you need to understand is that coming into your fitness and getting started is the ticket. Every day you're starting. Every day you're starting. A lot of you are worried and concerned and focused on this idealistic start date. Like all of a sudden you're going to start and then you will have started. It's like, what are we looking at? Every day you're starting over. Every day you're waking up and starting from the beginning. Every day is like a microcycle of your entire fitness journey. You're eating healthy. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to execute a great workout. You're going to go home. You're going to stretch. You're going to drink water. You're going to eat healthy. You're going to get to sleep. You're going to do all these things that help you get results today. You're not going to notice them today. You might feel good. You might have energy, but you're not going to see all these amazing changes today. But if you add and string 30 of those together, that's a month and you can see some changes in a month for sure. Then you string 3 of those together, you have 3 months. You can see a ton of changes in 3 months. Then you string 4 of those together and then you have 12 months. You have a year. You can see a lot of changes in a year. Then you string 5 of those together and you have 5 years. Holy shit. You can see amazing results in 5 years. And that's it. And that's the process. So it's gains every day. It's less counting. It's less counting all the fucking details. It's making all those details count. It's making all those details count. All those little things matter. The little things that happen in your day, those little wins, they matter. Those little losses, they don't matter. You have to focus on the good things that happen and what you can control. And you have to ignore and wipe off the things you can control, but learn from things that you do that cause you to fail. You have to learn. You have to learn. You have to adjust. You have to learn. You have to adjust. You're going to have successes. You're going to have failures. We all do. I do. That happens. It's going to happen. It'll always happen. But the big thing that you need to be aware of is that it matters every day. It matters every day. Every day matters. Every day you have a chance to do better than day before. And you have to be patient with your progress. If you're in a plateau, are you really in a plateau? Or have you just not lost more than a half a pound this week or in the last 2 weeks? It might not be a plateau. It could just be a flatter part before the ramp up. Like you got to learn. You got to learn. You got to go through it. You got to put the work in. You got to put the action. You got to try new things. You got to experiment. Like you have to go through these things. You have to go through these rough points. I go through the rough points too. I go through the rough points with content creation. All of you know right now we're quad streaming, right? Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. This is a podcast that's going to go on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. So you can listen to it, you can watch it, you can watch the replay. And I do other posts on Instagram and Facebook. Like I'm all over the place. And a lot of you ask me, how the hell do you do everything? Practice. I wasn't this efficient when I started. I didn't know everything and I still don't. But I practice and I learn. And a lot of you see what I do every day. You're watching me every day. You're following me every day. And you see what I try. I try new things. You see what I post, and I post things in different ways. And I try to see who likes it and how many people respond. And if there's a lot of engagement, and if all of you are liking the post, and I'll ask in the polls on Instagram, do you guys like this stuff? Do you want to see more of this? Like, I'm always getting feedback and trying new things. That's the same way you have to be with your nutrition. That's the same way you have to be with your training. You have to be open to trying new things. You have to do, though. I get so many questions on what should I do? I'm trying to gain weight. Well, what are you doing right now? Oh, well, yeah. I'm like, well, how many calories are you consuming right now? Oh, well, I don't know. Then you have no fucking idea. How do you know what to change if you're not doing anything? How do you know what to adjust if you don't know what you're doing right now? Like, you can't change shit that you don't know is existing. You can't change anything if you don't know your starting point. How do you change something if you don't know what you're doing now? You have nothing to compare it to. You have nothing to compare it to. A lot of you are asking questions about what to do, and you're not doing a fucking thing. So it's like throwing a dart at a wall. Start somewhere. Just start. Just start doing something. Right? I have programs. I have that stuff. Then join my community. You don't want to? Then do something else, but just do something. Everyone's welcome here. Everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. Learn, grow, develop, try, do. I'm seeing some comments on Facebook. You need to get 1 to 2 pounds of protein per 1 to 2 grams of protein per pound of body. No, you don't need that much. Nah, you don't. Be careful. You don't need 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's ridiculous. That's bro science right there. You don't need that much. You don't need that much. You don't even need a gram per pound. That's overkill. But you need a lot. You need more calories. You just gotta eat. You gotta eat. Oliver on Facebook. I'm no better. I'm no better. I should have. I wish I did most of my life. Well, no one wants, you don't want to go through with regret. You don't want to worry about what you could have done, because guess what happens in 6 months? I'll tell you in a second. One of my favorite things you've said, and this is on Twitch. One of my favorite things you've said is that we are not born with a calculator. That's the truth. You're not born with a calculator in your stomach. You should be able to figure this out yourself. Like, your body should tell you. But what's going to happen in 6 months? Well, what's it today? April? 8 months. It's going to be New Year's. So check this out. On New Year's, around holiday time, I'm going to rage again. I'm going to post all this shit. Fuck the holidays. Fuck your resolutions. We're going to go through that whole cycle again. In 8 months, it's going to be December, January. It's going to be that time. Are you going to look back on today and be like, oh shit, he talked about that in April. If only I started in April, I'd be 8 months in. Think about that. If you start today, you are going to have an 8-month head start on 2019. Why are you going to wait for the new year? Oh, well, the holidays are coming up. Well, Memorial Day is coming up, or the 4th of July, but then we go away to the lake on the 4th of July, and I want to do this, and we do barbecues, and I'm going to go away for 2 weeks. So I want to start after that, because I'm going to be, can I lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks? I want to start your program, but I want to do it after the 4th of July when I'm back, and then I could be consistent. Bull fucking shit. You're making excuses for not putting in hard work now. Everyone thinks that. There's so much of that bullshit out there. You're going to wait because you have a vacation coming up, and then you're going to work hard. Oh, then you're going to work hard. Sure. I don't want to put the effort in now. I'll wait till I get back. What I love is when someone has a vacation in 2 weeks, they fucking start today, and maybe they do their best they can over the vacation, and they continue when they get back. Like, fucking start. Get your head in the right space. What does a vacation have to do with getting results? Like, you can still work and pay attention and get your mind focused and enjoy yourself and get on the ball if you're traveling. Oh, because you're not in your house, you can't be a healthy person. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Because you're not eating in your kitchen, you can't make healthy decisions. You fucking liar, lazy piece of shit. That's the stuff that we all deal with. That's the stuff that I deal with. That's the stuff that I deal with on a daily basis. That's the same fucking shit I deal with. You all have no idea. You have no idea. I talk about the questions I get. I get hundreds of messages a day, which is great, mind you. I love it. Keep sending me messages. But the vast majority are these vague, open-ended things like and excuses, just filled with fucking excuses. And a lot of times it's excuses that people don't know that they're making. They don't realize it's an excuse. It's such a phrase. It's such a way we talk about things. They don't even realize it's an excuse. I'm like, that's a fucking excuse. And I post some of that shit in my Instagram story. Of course, I don't post names and everything, but everyone's making excuses, whether you realize it or not. An excuse is just a reason not to do something. Doesn't matter how serious it is. If it's important to you, you do it. I'm going to start today and tomorrow and Sunday. Hell yeah. Happy 700, boss. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate it. And when all is said and done, fam, today, 700 is just another day. It's just another day that we're here. So as faux important as I make 700, it's like, yeah, you know me. It's like, hey, 700. It's kind of fun to say a new number because I'm here every day saying, welcome everyone to episode 692, 93, 94, 700. It's fun to say. And then, all right, back to fucking work. That's it. Like there's going to be an episode 1000. So it's like, this doesn't even matter. This doesn't even matter yet. It matters completely because without 700, it won't be 1000, right? If there's no 700, it's just 999. Every day counts. As much as this one doesn't matter, if I missed any one of those other episodes, technically today would be 699, right? So every single one makes today 700. And that's an interesting way to think about it in terms of this content and this show, which we're all watching right now. That's just interesting. And that's the same way with your results. Each one adds up into the end product. And if I didn't do if I missed episode 9, I would be saying, welcome to episode 699 and 700 would be tomorrow. So imagine all those days you miss in between, you were that much further back. If I missed 100 days in between there, this would be episode 600. And I'd be like, yay, we'd all be like, yay, 600. But it'd be different. I'd be 100 episodes behind, so to speak. So that's the way you have to think about your stuff. Like they all matter. They all matter. They all matter. Every single day matters. Every single day matters. Oh, I see people on Facebook talking about Swolenormous X. Yeah, Mark, you can go to swolenormousx.com. I'll actually put a link right here. Let's just put this in the there you go. There's a link to Swolenormous X if you're interested. Ooh, my little sexy beard face pops up there. Yeah, someone was asking about the pro. So all my nutrition programs, my private community, it's all accessible on swolenormousx.com. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. And I do have some links in my post descriptions for the new nutrition workshop, how to learn how to stop counting calories, which also gives you some more information on the programs and the private community if you're interested. But a couple more questions here. Excuses are like protein shakes. Excuses like protein shakes are so expensive. They're all you need is real food, fucking food. Well, excuses are common. So preventable if you just do shit. Hey, Papa Swolio, I'm 49, never stopped working out every day, joined 90-day dash and incorporating yoga and foam rolling. It helped a lot on my mobility. Love it. Oh, I'm so glad. Welcome to the family, Marissa. Swoliest of the swole. So how's the video coming through on all my platforms? And I'm still trying to figure out maybe how I can flip the YouTube camera. I don't know why it reverses. I'm still bothers me because I hate looking and seeing how the flag is reversed. That's so weird. It's so weird that the flag looks upside or reversed on YouTube and every other platform is the correct way. It doesn't make any sense. Thanks for the talk today. You're welcome, Dennis. Dennis and I had a chat. Dennis just joined Swolenormous X recently, so welcome to the fam. Excuses are like assholes. Fuck them. Damn. I was going to say everyone's got one. Talking about the booty play. Plank Eye West Teabag. Nice name. Wet Teabag. Dude, I can do chin-ups, but not pull-ups. How fucked up my muscle imbalance is. Any suggestions? Start practicing pull-ups. Pull-ups are the real thing, not chin-ups. But if you can't do it like one, then start with negatives. Start with like holds at the top of the bar and then lower yourself down slowly for like 5 seconds. You could also search, because you're on YouTube watching live, you can search all my My videos, search for the negatives, pull up negatives. It'll teach you how to do a pull up. It'll teach you how to do a pull up. And again, again, you can search all my episodes on YouTube. It's the best place to start. Best place to start, best place to search, because you can literally type in Swolenormous, and then you can just type in Swolenormous plus whatever search term. That's the best way to search all my episodes. Great. I prefer Twitch overall. Looks best in my opinion. Awesome. Brother, can you react to this argument on insurgency? Insurgency? What are you talking about? Like military? Nah, I don't care about that. If that's what you mean. If that's what you mean. This channel literally has everything. Thanks, Ansel. I appreciate it. Try to make it everything. Oh, it's a game? React to this argument. What argument? Argument in the game? Oh, I don't know. I guess you're going to link me to something. This channel has everything. Well, my YouTube channel is, I'm putting out a lot more training content. So those of you that are watching on Instagram or Facebook, I actually have a whole training playlist. So if you're interested in some of these training videos and workshops, so all these things are available also in Swolenormous X in a lot more detail and a lot more accessible and organized. But I'm doing some more workshop style content for the larger community. So check that out. But all those videos, those are either in Swolenormous X. I'm also uploading that to the workshop exercise section. So you're all going to have literally the beauty of Swolenormous X, as you all that are in there know, is that everything's going to be categorized and easily accessible. So you're going to be able to have all these videos, these extra ones. I'm also posting some other training content and workshop style content, like the lateral tube walk, the glute activation one I posted on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. That's going to be available in your workshop section under exercise. It's already loaded. I'm just going to, put the thumbnails up there, and you'll see that when you're in Swolenormous X. So much knowledge you're putting out. Yeah, fam. I'm on that content roll. I'm on that flow. So I'm actually going to go get some more content and do another virtual training. There's going to be a yoga class up on Swolenormous X this weekend. Looking over my content list, trying to see if there's anything I'm forgetting. There'll be another vlog coming up. I don't know if today, maybe tomorrow, this weekend, but there's going to be continuously regular content as always. Another driving while gaining coming up too this week. So lots of stuff coming with all this. And this 700 is just an interesting stepping stone. I want to make this more Q&A, but I want you to think about that. If you're ever in need of some inspiration and you're falling off, or you feel depressed or discouraged, just look at the number of the daily swoles I'm at. Just look at that number, okay? And just use that to propel you forward. That's just every fucking day. And if you think for a moment that I've wanted to do this show every day, that I felt energized and excited. I mean, I usually get excited when I start. I love it once I get going. But do you think like every single time I had all this energy and I was so like in a positive mood every time for the show, every fucking time? No. It's not always all sun and fucking rainbows over here. I mean, actually, it pretty is sunny all the time down here in Florida. But a lot of shit. Like I have a life too. I have things that go on besides the swole. I have a lot of stuff to do, and I make myself very, very busy. So if you think for a second that I've wanted to do everything that I do all the time, you're out of your fucking mind. The shit that I do is because of discipline, it's because of consistency. I got to rotate this ball. So those of you that know, I told you I popped the ball. So I just got a new ball from Amazon. So you really shouldn't sit on a ball when you just inflated it. So I'm trying to make sure I roll it around so it doesn't shape itself like an egg. One or two more comments. Do you lift every day, including yoga days? I don't lift every day. A lot of times I miss my yoga. I don't know. I'm really strapped for time, so I don't get a lot of, I don't get as much yoga in. I'm getting more in than I was for a little bit, but I don't lift every day. No, not every day. Some days I do I have like a massage day. I'm trying to get like massages once a week. I do foam rolling. I'll do yoga. I try to do something every day. Being active every day. There's always active recovery. There's always some way you're trying to move forward. That's the best way to live. That's the best way to carry yourself forward. That's the best way to do it, really. That's the best way to do it. Oh. Every day is gain day, bro. Oh. Hells yeah. Plant guy. Dun, dun, dun. Cool, fam. So I'm about to go do a virtual trainer. I'm probably going to make it just a straight chest one. those of you that are in Swolenormous X just got a great total upper body. So if you haven't checked that out, it's in your virtual trainer on swolenormousx.com. So you can go in there, virtual trainer, go to upper body, and you'll see total upper body. It's a great workout. And the great thing about that workout is it can be short. You can make it really brief, shorter than what I did, or you can make it a ton of more volume, and you can swap out any of those associated exercises. So it's just a great versatile workout. And I'm glad we have a total upper body workout in the virtual trainer. That might have been the first one. I think it's the first one, but there will be more. But I'm really excited. So that was a great upload. If you haven't checked out the virtual trainer on Swolenormous X, make sure you go check that out. Daniel on Facebook, are you starting to feel like you're sacrificing gains in order to keep up with your content load? Sure, of course. It's not my own personal training or my personal like fitness is not the priority as much. Like I'm making it, I'm actually trying to create more balance. But yeah, like I'm not focusing all my attention on how much I can lift or everything about my like I'm not micromanaging shit because yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not my priority. So it's definitely going to take a hit, you know, but that's fine. That's fine. That's what I want. It better be my priority. It better be my priority. I got a lot of peeps that are dependent on some fly content. So that's why it's my priority. You're killing my gains. Why do you kill my gains? Nah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well balancing both. I'm doing well balancing both. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So as we're going through, like I'm still honestly, I mean, it's been all this time. It's been all this time and I'm still juggling like my content load, like how I can be most efficient and consistent with everything because consistency is everything. I don't want to do these awesome videos and then get overloaded and not put one out for 3 months of that playlist. That's why I'm pushing YouTube and all different levels. That's why you're getting so many videos every couple of days because I'm still improving my content production and my efficiency. And that's always a work in progress. You know, I'm always trying to get better at that, producing as much content as I can, keeping quality and interaction because I do a lot of stuff than just provide videos. I do phone calls. I do, you know, other live Q&As. I do a lot of others. I do my own workouts. I eat. I try to sleep. You know, it's a lot of editing too. So, you know, it's just all the time, all the time. Do you get, do you even get 8 hours of sleep on average? No, no, I don't. I have no idea. I have no idea what my average is. Sometimes I sleep more, sometimes I sleep less. No, I don't know if I get I don't measure my average, but of course I could sleep better, but if I sleep, sometimes I can't sleep if I want to get a certain amount of stuff done or if I need to get some stuff done and sometimes I can schedule it and okay, I'll sleep and I'll get up and I'll have like but sometimes things will bottleneck and around a certain time period, like I'll have to just like haul ass and put in extra time and extra work and I can't necessarily get the same amount of sleep that I would enjoy. But it's all a matter of what you want. Sometimes you got to sacrifice certain things. And unfortunately, sometimes sleep gets sacrificed, but it depends. You know, sleep's super important. I never hide that. But at the same time, you do what you need to do. And if I need to edit for 10 hours to get the job done, then it can't be done in 8 or it can't be done in 6. So what am I going to do? Either not do it or do it in 10 and shave off some other things and not work out as long or not or skip a meal or forget to eat or not stretch or do yoga when I should. And I know I should, but it's like, well, what am I going to do? So I'd rather help promote it to everyone else and do what I can. So yeah, I'm sacrificing my own personal fitness in some cases, but it's improving in other ways. So always getting better, always improving. And that's the real goal. That's the real thing is that you're always improving. You're always looking to make it better. You're always looking to take that next step and improve. So I'll leave you all with that. But thank you, fam, so much for all the support. We're going to get back to some awesome content tomorrow, continuing with some of these themes. We'll talk more and more about it. Keep on asking questions. Keep on posting them in the comments because I get some great ideas for shows and a lot of things if I get asked frequently. We'll talk more about stuff. Make sure you check out that training video on YouTube. The full video is on Facebook and YouTube, but YouTube at Swolenormous, everywhere at Swolenormous. And of course, you can catch the live. It's really great quality over on Twitch. So if you're not following me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Swolenormous. You can download the app and join us over there. It's really quiet. So you get a lot of play. You get a lot of I notice questions a lot quicker there because they stand out. It's a quieter platform now, but it's growing fast. So make sure you follow me over there if you want improved quality. If you think it's better, try it out. Try it out on Twitch. Also, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Follow me everywhere. And the podcast. If you're just joining for the first time, SoundCloud and Apple Podcast, every single episode, all 700. So you got work to do this weekend. And Papa Swole's got some work to do right now on these man titties. So peace, McGee's fam, deuce, Magoose. I'll see you all in Swolenormous X. Papa Swoleo. Out. Thanks for joining me for 700. I shall see you mañana for 700 and uno. Peace. Peace out, fam. Laters. Laters, McGators.